What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Nice. How was food? This morning was nuts. This morning was fire. And as Keaton said, my name is Brad Draper. I was sitting right here in Keaton's living room, for those that were here last time. And as I was sitting there, I said, I got something to say. I don't want to sit here and watch, and while I do love getting all the information, I got something to say. The thought popped in my head that there's a song I really, really like. It's from A Day to Remember, for those that know that band. Yeah. The song is called Miracle. The second verse says, if you can only see the way that I see, you would have the faith to take the leap. You see, it only took one shot to prove I'm not made of glass. There's no pain you can cause that won't eventually pass. But if you can only see the way that I can see, you would act on the right here, the right now. To hell with all the someday and somehow. And I thought about that. I said, I need to be on that stage. So I messaged Keaton. I said, Keaton, put me on the stage. I got something to say. Am I nervous as hell? Woo! Yep. Am I scared? Yep. Do I have fear? Of course. That does not mean you don't move forward. You don't damn yourself purely out of a neutral feeling known as fear. So I got two kids. I got a 3-year-old and a 9-month-old. My 3-year-old is going through this phase in life. You guys probably know it. Maybe you're going through it now. He recognizes fear. He's afraid of stupid shit. Kind of like the lights in the fire detectors. But he built this little landing pad out of our cushions in our living room. And he was standing on the couch, and he was getting ready to jump. And he got down. And I said, okay, bro. Are you scared? He says, yes. Are you nervous? Yes. That's okay. I want you to feel the fear. I want you to feel the anxiety, feel the nervousness. You know why? Because that means you're doing something you've never done before, bro. It means you're going into a new space. You're expanding your comfort zone. Fun fact, you expand your comfort zone, you expand your wealth zone. Guess what he did? Jumped off it. Landed, had a blast. I was so freaking proud of him. Because I saw him overcome something. Crippling fear. When you overcome something, guess what? It becomes easy. Don't let fear pause you or damn you because of an unknown situation. You have what it takes. You have uniqueness. You have gifts. You have abilities. You were placed in the right here, the right now, to do something great. Every person here paid a minimum of $396. A monthly fee and a $99 fee to come here. That was the minimum somebody paid. That's actually a lot of money, by the way. You all have taken action to be here, to invest in yourself one by one and grow. You didn't really know what today was going to bring. Yeah, the list is massive. What these guys put on is incredible. But you didn't really know. You came here acting in faith. You guys down to try something with me? Yeah. Are you down to try something?
Yes!
Thank you. Okay. Can everybody stand up? Stand up. Thank you. Fantastic! You sit down now. Everybody's laughing. Did you realize you just did something that's hard? Brad, you're funny. I just stood up. It's not hard. I want you to really think about this for a minute. You literally used just about every muscle in your body to do that. Feet, toes, ankles, calves, shins, quads, hamstrings, glutes, hip flexors. Many of you probably even pushed with your hands or used a little momentum. Why? Because it is a difficult task to do. Yet you did it. Unconsciously competent at standing up. If you don't think it's hard, go ask my 9-month-old son. Go ask somebody that's sitting in a wheelchair. Go ask a 90-year-old cripple to stand up. And while it is funny to stand up and say, I did hard things, you really did. And here's the amazing part. You ready for this? It happened because of monotony. Repetition made it easy. We always have fear. We see things we've never done before. Raise your hand if you have fear. Every hand should be up. Don't tell me you don't have fear. I was at an event last week and the guy said, I don't have fear, I smashed them all. Well, to smash them, does that mean you had to have it? Just saying. You must act. You must move. It is through monotony, through repetition, that hard things became easy. So easy, in fact, you were unconsciously competent of it. Now, what do you have in front of your face now? What kind of hardships do you have? What kind of fears do you have? And then realize you were placed in that moment, in the right there, at the right now, with the gifts that you have to accomplish everything you've ever wanted. There's some baller cars out there. I don't know if you guys like cars. I like cars. He's got a helicopter. It's freaking awesome. You could have a helicopter. You could have everything you want. So you've got to recognize that you actually have everything you need. There's approximately 7.98 billion, with a B, people in the world. That's kind of an unfathomable number. If you ever tried to see 7.9 billion things, it's kind of hard to do. It's been guesstimated to be 117 billion people that ever exist in this world. And there's not a single person that's ever been like you. There's never been another Brad Draper. Never will be. Because nobody's had the culmination of experiences, skills, and talents that I have. Same goes for every one of you. If you write down any themes from me today, write down 3 things. You must harness what you have. To harness something, to put around something that may or may not be tamed. You must harness the gifts, the talents, and the skills that you have. You gotta find them. Don't just think that your talents and gifts are gonna be like big things, like stature, or what have you, intelligence, like Elon Musk, or Dan Fleischman. Dude's like the most talented, gifted human I know in the level of humility. But it's other things like your fortitude, your grit, your perseverance, your desire to have understanding, your desire to move. Those are also gifts. And those came from the skills that you've been through, aka your hardships. That's who made you who you are. Harness, number 1. Number 2, shape. I think blacksmithing's cool. I think knives are cool. I'm a dude. If you ever seen what a blacksmith does, they'll take raw metal. I really like a steel called Damascus steel. It's sexy. And they put it in a forge. They turn the heat up. And then they make this molten ball and they hammer the hell out of it. Put on power hammers, grinders, saws. It's pretty brutal. Nobody ever said that it was pretty becoming into shape of who you are supposed to become. And once you grind, pound, and put into some kind of shape that a knife is, well, then it starts actually looking like a knife. But it's not usable yet. Can't use it. It's dull. And then you got to get on to the finished work. You got to sharpen that sucker. If you think about the fact of what a knife is, it's something sharp. It has a job. You ever used a knife that's not sharp? It's frustrating. It's annoying. And it doesn't work. Same with your skills. If you don't continually sharpen your skills, they're useless. They don't work. They're kind of annoying. You must comprehend, my friends, that the blade was always within. You have what it takes within you to become sharp like a razor. But it isn't without grinding. So you take that shape, you pound it out, and you heat it back up once it kind of comes into a shape, and you put it in the forge, get it up to a certain temperature, and then you quench it. Put it in oil. Rapid decrease in temperature. I'm a nerd, by the way. Background's in science. And that's how you harden this steel. And then you grind what is hard against something that is harder. You guys ought to understand it is not simple and it is not easy to harness and shape and sharpen the gifts that you have, but it is necessary. For those gifts that you have and have been attained and been through in your life, they're pointless unless you do something about it. But not only then once you sharpen it, you have to continually sharpen it. Over and over and over. Because if you only see the way that I see, you would have the faith to take the lead. I've had a lot of conversations with people in this crowd. I don't engage a lot on Discord directly. I do a lot of engagement directly to people. And the common theme is I'm scared. I'm afraid. They cause damnation in their life because of this thing called unknown. They damn their progression. I'm here to tell you now that you have everything it takes. You have it all. And more. To achieve everything you've ever wanted. Just take your vision, whatever it is, and take it up 10x. And that's how you're going to get it. You see, I almost took this badge off right here. It has my name on it. I almost took it off to look like a speaker, to look cool. And then I realized that I'm one of you guys. You guys have it all. You have the gifts, you have your uniqueness, you have your talents. Because if you can only see the way that I can see, you would have the faith to take the lead. Thanks, guys.